Great morning, my friends. This is your boy Dragon with another 10-minute Rise Up with Dragon. As a reminder, it is the goal of this podcast to remove the blindfolds of your mind so that you can gain access to higher levels of consciousness and tap into your true great potential. How do we do this? We do this with our podcast, our weekly blog called The Dragon's Lair, One from the Vault, and our upcoming online courses and books. Welcome, my friends, to another Rise Up with Dragon.
Great morning, world! Welcome to the Rise Up with Dragon podcast with your host, Dragon!
Hey everyone, today's episode is called Expect a Miracle, and you can do just that. But as always, we want to give props to our sponsor, the amazing Karma Mind.
Get into the float state with Karma Mind meditations and gear.
So just quickly, one dragon thought for the day, and I've been really inspired by this. It's an observation that I've recently made that our society is just always changing. And I just want everybody to know that I'm okay with anything, good, bad, or whatever, because they're all part of the equation. And that's a lot of the work that I do with the interface response system. But one of the observations that I've made recently that's blowing my mind from a place of curiosity, I'm saying, how did this happen? But it makes sense why it happened if you took a look around it, like holographically. But what I'm noticing is that it's now become socially unacceptable / inappropriate to be the kind of person that's neutral and just says, hey, I'm okay with everything. You know, if you're turning off the news and just like hearing good things or bad things and being indifferent to it, because you've already made your mind up about where you're going and you're kind of unfuckwithable, you're socially unacceptable. If you're not jumping on the bandwagon of political preferences, sexual preferences, or anything like that, on either side, you're unacceptable, right, in this society. And the analogy that I draw is that our society has now become one that is like being in jail. From what I understand, watching all the movies about being in jail, is that when you're in jail, you have to join a gang, whether you want to or not. And that's for protection and to be safe if you align with a gang, right? So anyway, I've just noticed those things. Do you notice things like that? So today, my friends, is called Expect a Miracle. I just love this concept. And, you know, I just think that we all deserve to expect a miracle, and we can every day. And I'm going to explain why. So let me first define what a miracle is. A miracle is an event so unlikely as to be almost impossible. So by that definition, an event that is so unlikely that it is to be considered impossible, by that definition, I just proved that you and me, us, are miracles. So let's look at that. What are the odds? And I don't know if you know this. I know you know they're big, but do you know what the odds are of finding in this universe, this crazy, endless, infinite universe? Do you know what the odds are of finding a life-friendly planet in this universe? I mean, think about that for a second, what it means to be life-friendly, like we can live on it. Randomly formed. Think about how amazing planet Earth is. Randomly, because we don't know how it was formed, randomly formed with the ability to sustain life and provide a platform, a stage, fertile ground for thousands of years of natural selection and evolution. Do you know what the odds are of that? This planet that you somehow live on, 1 trillion to 1. And I'm sure it's even bigger than that. That's just what the smart people say. Now, what are the odds that you were even born? Now, we can look at this and say, wow, it's so crazy. When you're in a state of gratitude, maybe you appreciate it. But what are the odds that you were even born? Forget about the idea of just being born, but what are the odds of pairing that sperm and that egg to be one of the radically versions that we call uniquely you? Well, that is 400 trillion to 1. 1 out of 400 trillion. You are 1 out of 400 trillion. Go play lotto right now. So while you're stressed out about money, and this is the interface response system. This is another little nugget from it, because if you change the way you look at things, then you can harness and create a different response or reaction. So while you're stressed out about money and you're in that pocket, struggling to let go of something someone said or something someone did to you yesterday, something that happened to you, or perhaps your perception is that you're struggling with staying track and focused on some sort of goals or discipline, your health plan, or trying to save money or whatever. We are nothing short of miracles. And today, I want to encourage everybody to not take that for granted, and not allow anything to take you off track from being that miracle. So I'm encouraging you to recognize your state of miracleness and be on the lookout for anybody or anything trying to take you off course. Embrace that idea today, and also recognize the people you love and hate. That's why I started off the way I did today. The people you love and hate or despise or just can't be without, they're miracles too. That's an important step. It's not just you, and it's not just the people that you like. Everybody is a miracle, all living as miracles on this miracle planet. Also recognize that the people that are giving you crap right now and throwing you off course, they're miracles as well. So don't forget about that. And miracles beget miracles. So because you're a miracle, because everybody is a miracle, that means that we can stimulate miracles. So what are the odds that you are where you are today? And know the people that you know today. Think about that for a second. It's nothing short of a miracle. Doing what you're doing and dating or married to who you're married to, working where you work, or working with who you work. If you look at the completely preposterous odds to the cascade of karmic events that brought you here and all the people around you, take a look at this resultant synchronistic series of connected events that you stimulated that brought others around you. I love that idea. If you go into forward motion today or backward motion today, you're stimulating a cascade of events that 15 years from now will equate to your community and your contact sphere, good or bad. Look back at your whole life and ask yourself where you'd be and who you would know today had you taken one right instead of a left, or one no instead of a yes, or vice versa. Would you know the people that you know? If you're in a state of gratitude right now for your current reality or the people that you know, well, guess what? Completely a miracle, and things could have gone totally different. And also they can go different in the future as well. You, them, your whole existence is a miracle. So my friends, miracles are happening all the time. You are a miracle and you're a miracle maker. So if you can grasp that and then take it to the next step and become an intentional miracle making machine by consciously staying focused on the things that matter most and staying in action in support of your dreams, remaining agile. That's a big one. Remaining agile and remaining indistractable. Like I said, you will become a miracle making machine. And we need more miracle making machines right now. And you can start a movement by duplicating other miracle making machines. You think it's cool to be a miracle for someone? Well, why don't you teach somebody how to be a miracle making machine and therefore trigger life-changing events? Maybe everything that this world needs stands in that little space of you just recognizing this and paying it forward. If you make a decision to live your life around the things that matter most and become present to this magical existence called you today, right now, well, then you can expect a miracle. So what does it mean to expect a miracle? It means to understand that process. So I love and appreciate all of you. I hope you enjoyed this one. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from the shorter structure. Have a wonderful day, and I love you.